I'm Ari and I'm hopeful for the future.
Hi, I'm Will and this is
Auckland's Future Now.
We're here today at Auckland's Future Now 2022, and it's bringing together our Auckland leaders, our young people, people from different cultures that really care about this city and how we can make it a great place into the future. We've put together 8 panels and then we have some keynote speakers. But the key thing is to have really rich conversations and think about how can we make Auckland a better city to live, to work, to invest and to do business.
Almost exactly a year ago, Professor Sir Peter Gluckman gave a provocative keynote address at the second Auckland Future Now. We asked Koi2 to look forward 2 generations, that's 5 decades, to suggest the kinds of evolution the region needs.
Auckland should be a test bed for participatory and deliberative democracy techniques in New Zealand. It should be a test bed for thinking about how a large city can adapt to new technologies, live with new technologies in an environmentally and human-centred way. A city of economic, environmental, and particularly human and cultural relevance at a global scale.
A socially cohesive city, a city of creativity and culture, a city focused on education and innovation, a sustainable and resilient city that has to be a smart city.
Having just been in Europe, in Paris and Geneva, there are things that are really unique about Auckland that I think we need to emphasise. We are different. We have a different culture that we need to celebrate as what Auckland is.
Currently globally, 60% of the world's population is under 35, and they are so underrepresented in positions of influence or decision-making sort of circles. They're not even really at the table half the time, and I just think that's such a missed opportunity that Auckland could really harness.
This is the year of action and this is the year of accountability. And so if we want to make sure that young people are not litigating, they are not boycotting different businesses, then the time to actually include them in that decision process is now.
We need to move fast into what's growing quickly and what are we good at, and that is things like deep tech, creative tech and creativity. It's well paid, there's a career option in it for your kids, and we're not seeing enough Māori and Pacifica kids get into this sector, and I don't want them to miss the wave that is currently hitting.
The advantage of Woven City is that we can test technologies at speed and scale. We're weaving a new urban fabric from many strands, one that's around being human-centred, which focuses on the respect and the prioritisation of people's needs and preferences. I have a passion to bring some of these innovations at Woven City to New Zealand. And they have relevance in Auckland and other cities throughout our country.
Tackling climate change is truly a once-in-a-generation opportunity to build a future that is more equitable, that is more prosperous, that is more innovative, and all within planetary limits.
There are these huge opportunities to make a business regenerative, to be a business which designs out waste or takes waste back or finds roles for particular communities of people. Working together, business and government, and we need to find ways of talking and learning from each other. That's a really critical feature.
We do find Māori at the really pointy end of the economy. So how do we really back and get behind our Māori small and medium-sized enterprise owners? We're getting entrepreneurship and productivity and innovation, and we're getting great jobs for our people.
I think if we see what's happening overseas, we can see once you start to open and get tourists back particularly, cities come back to life. We've got big alignment actually around the development plan for the central city. We just kind of need an action-focused group to get more done more quickly. That's the opportunity, I think.
We can get the vital skills and people that we need to come and join us here in Tamaki Makaurau, and providing certainty to people that want to live here and work here and study here. That will be a real demonstration of how Tamaki Makaurau is open for business.
We need to have that vision for what Tamaki Makaurau can be, and that can ensure that we can deal with the short term and manage those imperatives without losing sight of how we build for the future that we all want to see for our children.
I know the last 2 years have been tough for businesses. I absolutely know that. But as we open to the rest of the world again, we must take this opportunity to shift our economy to a high wage and low emissions economy. and I look forward to working with all of you to unleash our full economic potential.
I've been really thrilled with the themes that have come through the day and have helped to sort of reinforce some of the areas we need to focus on first, and where there's sort of strong energy and passion about what we need to do as Tamaki Makaurau Auckland.
The decision that you make could affect a lot of people's future, because it's going to be our city when we're older.
What can you do to help my future?